All right, what is your name and your stuff with the film? What did you do in the film?
My name is Chris Underwood, and I played the part of Bob.
All right, now how did you get involved with the destination?
The news director. News director.
Hey, thanks for bringing that up,
You're,
asshole.
you're, you're, you're a news director at Fox. You're editing this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna leave that all in.
The,
Yeah.
the director and writer of the film, AC, asked me to be a part of it earlier in the year, late last year, and was pretty excited about it. More or less playing a small part off screen, just as a body double for the most part, and using my voice, and then ended up coming in and replacing one of the actors who were unable to make the taping or make the filming in Tennessee. And before you knew it, I was Bob.
Okay, so when you got cast as Bob, what did you think? Changing parts from a character who only had lines that were going to be heard, as opposed to a character that had lines that actually had to be said and acted out.
It's a major shock. It was different from knowing I just had to do lines and not really do a whole lot of acting, since I'm inexperienced at it for the most part, a rookie. But having to get the lines memorized, or do my best to get the lines memorized, and actually take quick lessons in acting, or at least attempt to act and play the part of Bob.
So how do you think your performance went overall?
Oscar-nominated performance. No, not really. Hopefully I didn't butcher it too much. Excuse me. Hopefully I didn't butcher it too much. It was fun. It was very interesting. I enjoyed it. I actually look forward to maybe doing a little more in the future. It was a lot more enjoyable than I thought it was going to be. It was a lot more work than I thought it was going to be, but without a doubt, I'm really glad that I got involved.
What was your favorite on-set memory?
On-set memory would be the countless bloopers on my part of not knowing my lines, getting lines backwards, reading other people's lines, and just overall breaking down in the middle of a scene in a song.
All right, what about the cast? Obviously, you've got some connections to Alex, but what about the cast? What did you think about each of their performances and how they did?
I thought they did a really nice job. I was very, of course, my focus is gonna be on Alex since she's my daughter. But for somebody who's always wanted to be an actress and get involved in acting, and having 4 days, 5 days notice to get prepared for a major part in a short Christian film, I was very impressed with what she did. I thought she was able to get focused really quickly. She took it very seriously. She put not only her mind into it, but she put her heart completely into the part and into the movie. I am really impressed with what Alex did. I'm very proud of my daughter.
Awesome. What about working with Erin? You didn't work with her too much on camera, but behind the scenes, what were your impressions of her?
I think Erin helped me a lot, because somebody who has no experience in any acting, with the exception of maybe a little bit back in high school, it probably helped her having her behind the scenes and having her there down in the mountains in Tennessee and even up here in Indiana when we shot scenes, because I think it helped me relax a little bit and be more at ease in front of the camera instead of all tight and tense. And I think it really helped having her there to keep me relaxed.
Do you think that the film would have worked with the visual aesthetics if it were not shot in Tennessee? Could we have shot this anywhere else and made it look good?
I don't think so. I think the setting with the mountains, with the Smoky Mountains in the backdrop, I think with the rivers and the streams and just the overall surroundings of the Smokies, I think it gives it that peaceful appearance, which I think in this type of movie is a necessity. I'm not quite sure you could have found that setting in Indiana or anywhere in the Midwest. I think the perfect spot to shoot this movie was just outside of the Smoky Mountains. I just think that was just a perfect place.
What were your impressions of working with the director?
What an ass. Oh, I'm sorry. No. Firm, but a lot of patience, obviously, working with people who have never been in front of a camera before. I think his patience level was probably a little bit higher than he's used to, and I think Alex and I were pretty thankful for that. In fact, we talked about that there were a lot of times that we just continued to mess up and bloop and screw things up, and and he kind of held tight and bit his lip a couple times and just kind of let us go with it. It was kind of nice to give us a lot of freedom, probably more freedom than actors should get for a movie.
And one final question: as far as the film itself, once it's released, what do you think, or what do you hope will happen with it upon release?
I'm hoping that a lot of churches grab a hold of this DVD and this movie, and I think from somebody who studied ministry in college, that as a minister, I could take this film, this short film, and completely turn it into a 1 or 2 part sermon. I think you can take the meaning behind the film, some of the lines behind the film, and you could really build a sermon around this film and include the short film being, since it's not so long, in your sermon 1 week, expand on it, and then build on it for week 2 and really turn it into a 2-week sermon. And I'm really a believer of this film and what's behind it and the meaning behind it, and if as somebody who's studied the Bible